Hello everyone and welcome back to my favourite room in the house. I have just arrived home from work on a very hot summer's day here in Adelaide, South Australia, and there is a package waiting for me on my doorstep. And I knew this package was going to be delivered today, and I kept a lookout on my Ring camera for the courier when he rocked up. And he rocked up this afternoon and he did this. Yeah, which is an interesting way to deliver a package, but honestly, I don't think I was expecting too much, because I actually bought a GI Joe from AliExpress for about $12 Australian. I purchased it in between the Christmas and New Year break, and it only took a couple of days to get to me all the way from China, and I thought I would open up this package on camera so my subscribers could see what it's like to order a GI Joe from AliExpress for cheap. Now, a lot of the Joes on AliExpress are knockoffs, and they're often clearly stated on AliExpress that they're knockoffs. The old KO initials are in the description, and other times they are GI Joes that were, I suppose, rejected on quality grounds out of the factory. So for some reason or another, someone's got a hold of these factory seconds and they're selling them off cheap online. So I took a risk. I bought a $12 GI Joe classified Cobra Trooper, and I'm going to open it up for you now. Here's the package here. I haven't done anything with it except for scribble over the address so I didn't dox myself, and I have my trusty scissors here, and I am going to get stuck in and show you what you can expect from an AliExpress GI Joe classified figure. Now, while I'm doing this, I just wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel of late and left a like and a comment on some of my videos. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, or just simply hit like or leave a comment. I'll always reply to the comments. I love keeping the conversation going, but in doing so, you help more people just like you see my stuff. So do that for me if you would. I would totally appreciate it. So far so good with this packaging. It seems to be packed pretty well. Obviously, the figure was advertised without a box. Being a factory second, it isn't supplied with the packaging. So it's just supplied as a complete figure minus the GI Joe packaging. Instead, it's wrapped up in this nice bubble wrap package in a little baggie. And look, so far, so good. It obviously survived the courier throwing it from a great distance in my front yard to the front door. So here's the figure, and look, I gotta be honest, first impressions, he's really floppy, and that could be because it's been sitting in the sun on my front doorstep, or it could just be because, you know, it is a factory second or a knockoff or a figure that was rejected for quality purposes. But you can see it's really quite gummy, quite floppy. So it's nowhere near as good as the classified figures I have purchased of late. I've got my favorite Viper here. I've been fiddling around with this guy in front of the TV, and the joints are all nice and ratchety. Everything's nice and tough, and just feels like really nice quality when you compare it to this guy. Yeah, this is really quite gummy. The joints don't ratchet as nicely as that Viper figure. This knee looks like it's a bit janky. Yeah, that's certainly not working as it should. But look, for $12, I don't think I can complain. I mean, it's doing what it said it would do. You know, it's being a GI Joe classified trooper. Let me just adjust the camera up. There we go. So, I mean, it stands up okay. Looks pretty good to me. There is some accessories here which I will look at now. Just get rid of these baggies. Move Viper's backpack. And he has some accessories in his hands already, which is interesting. So I'll just grab them out. Yeah, the figure, it just feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel as tight and nice as the other classified that I have here. I think the plastic is sort of mismatched in places as well. Like, some of it has a matte finish, which is really nice, and some of it has like a really shiny finish, which is a bit strange. I know the gloves and the boots on this guy are meant to be a nice glossy black, and that's clearly not the case with this guy. They're a real matte black sort of a finish. But yeah, I mean, probably the thing that concerns me the most is just how flimsy it is. So yeah, it's certainly not up to the standards of the classifieds that I've been buying of late. But like I said, he stands up okay. I mean, you can't really complain there. It's come with the stand that all those retro carded figures do. Okay, so the weapons here are clearly a concern. Really rubbery. So yeah, I'm not sure if the original Retro Cobra Commander had really gummy weapons like this, but that's really quite rubbery. So so we'll take that into account when assessing the overall value of this figure. The handgun's in a little bit better shape. I mean, it looks nice enough. Is it gummy? Yeah, it is too. Yeah, it's really quite rubbery. We have a clip, I think it's a clip or a silencer here. I'm not sure what that is. If you're in the comments, let me know what that is. I'd be very keen to know where that goes, how that attaches. Maybe it's an ammunition clip or something, or maybe it's just a random piece that ended up in his package for some reason. And look, little knife, again, really gummy. So as you can see, really quite flexible, flimsy. So the weapons just don't feel right to me. As I said, I don't have an original Retro Cobra Trooper to compare him to, so I can't make too many broad statements. But yeah, those weapons will appear really gummy, as does this rifle. As you can see straight out of the packaging, it's bent. So so this Retro Trooper is going to be shooting things around the corner. I would have thought. Yeah, but that barrel is quite gummy. And wow, my backdrop's just fallen over. So you can see how messy my desk is in here. I do apologize. I'll put that back up. Reassemble my backdrop. Oh geez, I'm a real professional, aren't I? I do apologize. This is amateur hour. I suppose it suits the figure that I've just received, to be totally honest. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't think this is an experiment that I will repeat, to be completely honest. I'm not really impressed. However, to put it in perspective, $12 delivered, $12 Australian delivered. We're talking $7 American. I mean, if you were to try and troop build these guys and you wanted to buy heaps of them and display them as an army, I mean, I think they'd do the job. But look, if you're looking for a figure to, I suppose, stand the test of time, maybe give to your children to play with, I don't know if it's going to hold up, to be completely honest. It's just really sort of flimsy and gummy, and the weapons are really gummy as well. Let's kit him up. I'll put this handgun in his holster. I reckon that one works in there. Yeah, looks fine. Looks good enough. And there is a holster for the knife, so I'll chuck that in there as well. Yeah, he's just really not sure that they're meant to flop around like that. That's funny. Is this guy meant to have a backpack? Which is a very good question. Wasn't supplied with a backpack, so let me know in the comments. I'm new to classified, so this looks like it should actually fit in here. So the spare clip, I think that's going to go on his leg, and I mean that works good enough. I feel like that's upside down, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Help me out if you're watching and you've got some helpful advice. I'd be happy to hear it. Yeah, no, I think I'll chuck that in. Chuck that in the other way. Here we go. So I'll have the tab facing down, I think. There we go. Got that in. Sweet. Where should I put this one? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Should he dual wield? He can dual wield. Sure. I'll put this. The hands are nice. The hands aren't too gummy, so that's a plus. That works. But yeah, look, that rifle's just gonna go back to its curly shape, which is a bit of a shame. That is funny. That's pretty funny. And I'll chuck that one in this hand. Yeah, look, the finger triggers, the trigger fingers and the hands work beautifully, so can't complain there. But yeah, look, you can tell it was only $12 delivered, mind you. It's definitely a factory second or a knockoff. Definitely does not measure up to the quality that I have become accustomed to from classified in the last couple of weeks since I started collecting them. So there you have it. There is my $12 AliExpress Cobra Commander. I do apologise for knocking the backdrop over and stumbling a bit as I was trying to put that figure together. As always, I am open to your comments, so please drop a comment below. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will catch you next time. Yo, Joe.